I'm John David with Home Guitar Player, and today's video is all about my process for coming up with original music and then recording it. So I'm going to take you through from idea process to basically a rough demo. All right? So that's what this video is all about. Here we go. Let's get with it.
Grass grows greener when you put in the time. There's no secrets to hold.
So this song is called Grass Grows Green. And it basically stems from an idea of this season's grass was looking a little rough. And my wife said to me, hey, what's going on with the backyard? It's looking a little rough. So the whole process of trying to bring your grass back from the winter, trying to recover from the snow, and what does it take to have a green lawn? So I think it's important to write songs about things that you know. So that's how this song started, basically with a conversation with my wife about the green grass in the backyard. So that's how it starts. I basically penned some words. I carry a notebook around with me everywhere I go, just to write notes about my work. I have to submit work orders, so I keep notes, and I've always got a notebook. So I basically wrote a few things down. I wrote down these lyrics. It's basically, this is one of my notebooks, and it's just a page and a little bit, right? It's just a page and a paragraph. And I've always written little things. I guess I've been writing the beginnings of songs for I don't know, ever since I can remember. So I got a whole bunch of them laying around, but I never really turned them into music. I don't know how. I'm still trying to figure that out. So I wrote down these lines. It goes, grass grows greener when you put in the time. There's no secrets to hold. Papa never told me that the secret to life was learning to help green grass grow. Well, things may look rough when the season starts out. There's bare patches you need to mend. Sometimes you have to bend your knee to the ground, but the hard work pays off in the end. Grass grows green when you put in the time. That's what I learned as I grew old. Papa never told me that the secret to life was the patience to help green grass grow. So I wrote down some lyrics, right? Then the next thing I did was I sat with a chord progression, trying to figure out what chords I would put that to. So here's how that went. So the first thing I did is I started with E, right? So I just picked up my guitar and I started strumming in E. And I've been studying country lately, right? So I'm trying to grow as a guitar player, and so I've been studying country. So I've been learning these kind of alternating bass lines where you pick. So I was just trying to come up with some kind of strumming pattern. And I started in E, and I just kind of started saying the words, right? So I started in E, and I started saying, grass grows greener when you put in the time. There's no secrets to hold. Grass grows greener when you put in the time, something like that. And, well, I found out that maybe E wasn't working for me, so I moved to G, right? And let me play that for you. So I moved to G. In G, so I'm using G, C, and D. And then I came up with an intro. And then I'm moving to C. So G to C, back to G, and then to D. So once I was playing that, I basically just tried to figure out how to put the words into these riffs that I was coming up with. So I came up with this. Grass grows green when you put in the time. There's no secrets to hold. Papa never told me the secret to life was learning to make green grass grow. So there it is. So that's basically how it went. The riffs are basically built on a few different things. One of them is a riff from a Kenny Wayne Shepherd song that goes. So that's where I got that C, that kind of. Right? So. And then that intro that I came up with reminds me of this. Right? And then just the D. Pretty simple. And so that's the process that I went through. The next thing that I did is I went into Reaper, right? And I just built a track. I built a guitar track and I put down a vocal. And I played the guitar track kind of saying the vocals in my mind. I played the guitar track all the way through with a click, right? I figured that it sounded like it was about 90 beats a minute. So I set up 90 beats a minute in Reaper. I laid down a guitar track and I just laid it out saying the words in my head, okay? So then once I had basically come up with the rhythm track that I liked, that took me about 4 takes. I just did them one right after the other. I gave myself a little bit of a breather in between. And then I went in with a pair of headphones and I recorded the vocals. And I did 3 takes on that. Really trying not to stress myself out. Thinking of things like getting my voice forward. Trying to open myself up. And I don't know a lot about pitch yet. I don't know a lot about how to sing. So I'm really faking my way through this. But man, you know, I started playing guitar with the intention of making my own music. And, you know, I like doing covers and everything, but I really want to make my own stuff. So that's where I'm at. I sat down and I came up with this song. It used to go Grass Grows Greener, but singing Grass Grows Greener isn't as easy as grass grows green. Grass grows green when you put in the time. Instead of grass grows greener versus grass grows green. Right? So I'm going to try Grass Grows Green. I recorded it Grass Grows Greener. But now I'm going to try it Grass Grows Green. So anyway, for you guys, I'm going to play that. I'm going to play it here and do a basically somewhat of a live version of that. And we'll see how it goes, all right? So I'm going to swing the mic over here, and we'll go through that, all right? So I'm going to change the camera angle and so that I can zero in on the guitar for some of it and basically let you guys know, you know, how I'm doing this and how it's going, all right? So this is my process, all right? Let's do this. All right, guys, so here's what that drum track sounds like. Let's listen to it. All right. So that's the basis. I came up with that. I just threw it in there from MT Power drum kit. Okay, it's nothing fancy. So we're gonna go with that, and let's record this, and let's do a live version of Green Grass Grow. All right. For this, I'm gonna do the guitars first. I'm gonna run through that, do the guitars, and then I'm gonna lay down the vocals. I'm just struggling right now trying to do them both at the same time. So let's do the guitars first, and then we'll do the vocals. All right, let's do it. So now we're gonna lay in the vocals, but for that, I gotta change hats. Here we go. And the headphones go on. And we're ready to rock. All right, let's do this. Grass grows greener when you put in the time. There's no secrets to hold, and Papa never told me that the secret to life was learning to help green grass grow. All right, so now that we have a vocal, we have the drums, we have a basic rhythm track, let's punch in the solo. We're not going to play the whole song. We're just going to punch it in. We're going to run it through maybe 3 times and see how that goes. All right. So let's punch in that solo, and then we'll play the whole thing back and see what we got. All right. Let's do it. All right, so now what I'll do, now that I have a drum track and I have the guitar and the solo and the vocal, is I'll go in and I'll process the vocals just a little bit. I'll probably put some reverb on it, a little bit of compression, and maybe some EQ. And I'm not gonna auto-tune this time. I'm really working on my singing. I know I've got a long way to go, but I'm starting to make some progress and just reaching the point where I can start to make some simple songs. Songwriting is a skill. Recording is a skill. All of the skills that go into making music, they take a long time to develop, and I'm just really glad to be on the road. So as I move forward, the next steps are to go into Reaper. I'll do a little bit of processing, and I'll put this video up, and I'll probably put up a video also, which you can probably find the link in the card up above, where I'll put a link to the video of just the song, Green Grass, and I'll put that out there too. Yeah, so that's my process. That's where I'm at right now. It's really simple. It's really straightforward, and I hope that you get something out of it. I hope that it helps you out and inspires you, or that you're able to, if you're just at the beginning like me, to get a better picture of process and how somebody out here who themselves, me, I'm just starting out, so maybe that'll help you. All right. So I'm always putting videos out. If this helps you out, go ahead and subscribe down below. Click the bell, and when I come up with something else, you'll be notified. So I'm gonna do a video about how I actually process the vocals and things like that. So that might help you out too. All right, until next time. All right.